The Earfun Air Pro 4, OnePlus Buds 4, Nothing Ear A, Anker Soundcore Space A40, and Sony WF-C510 are the most popular earbuds under 100 of 2025, but which is the absolute best? We're going to compare them to each other and score them in various categories, with some categories holding more weight than others. In the end, we'll decide which is the best one based on the final score, and we will declare the absolute winner. Let's dive in. First, we're going to compare them on the sound quality category, which has a multiplier of 2. Starting off our list, the Earfun Air Pro 4 deliver an impressively detailed and balanced sound for their price, with a punchy low end and clear treble. But the treble can feel a bit too polite and toned down, which costs them some energy and excitement compared to others on this list, earning a 7.2 out of 10. While the OnePlus Buds 4 have outstanding audio with crisp highs and vibrant bass, I found their full potential is locked behind the high-end LHDC 5.0 codec, meaning most of us streaming from our phones will not hear them at their absolute best, which is why I am giving them a 7.9 out of 10. The Nothing Ear A impressed me with a very true-to-life and clean sound thanks to their well-balanced mid-range that makes voices sound natural, though the soundstage feels quite narrow, and as if the music is coming from inside your head, which holds them back at an 8.4 out of 10. Coming in close, the Anker Soundcore Space A40 have a wonderfully versatile default sound signature that I found works well across almost any music genre without being overpowering, but they are just slightly underemphasized in the highest and lowest frequencies, which keeps them from the top spot and lands them at a 9.0 out of 10. Finally, the Sony WF-C510 surprised me by offering an incredibly clean and balanced sound right out of the box, without any overwhelming bass or fatiguing harshness. While some might find the treble a bit mellow, this faithful and non-distorted reproduction is fantastic for long listening sessions, giving them the win, the 9.5 out of 10. With a score of 9.5 out of 10, the Sony WF-C510 takes the win in this category because of its impressively clean and balanced audio reproduction that remains enjoyable over long periods. Next, we're going to compare them on the comfort and fit category, which has a multiplier of 1.5. The Earfun Air Pro 4 proved to be an extremely lightweight and comfortable option that I could wear for hours at a time thanks to the 5 different sizes of silicone ear tips included. Although I found the single tap volume controls a bit annoying as they would trigger every time I adjusted the fit, so they get an 8.2 out of 10. Coming in with an ergonomic and lightweight design, the OnePlus Buds 4 felt impressively comfortable, even after long listening sessions, and the included ear tips helped me get a perfect seal which really enhanced the sound, earning them a solid 9.0 out of 10. I found the Nothing Ear A to be among the most comfortable buds I have ever put on. But this is partly due to a looser fit, which, while preventing ear fatigue, also meant they didn't create a perfect seal like the OnePlus and had weaker passive noise isolation, landing them a 7.5 out of 10. While the Anker Soundcore Space A40 also felt very light and came with 5 different ear tip options, I had some trouble with them staying in place since they lack stability fins and can pop out of your ear, which is why I'm giving them a 6.8 out of 10. Finally, the Sony WF-C510 delivers on its promise of supreme comfort with an incredibly small and lightweight design that is perfect for smaller ears. And while pushing the physical buttons can be a bit awkward as it presses the earbud deeper into your ear, their sublime fit was unmatched, earning a 9.5 out of 10. With its incredibly small size providing a secure and almost unnoticeable presence, the Sony WF-C510 takes the win with 9.5 points for being supremely comfortable for long-term wear. Next, we're going to compare them on the battery life category, which has a multiplier of 1.5. The Earfun Air Pro 4 offer a solid full-day experience, lasting about 8 hours and 44 minutes in my tests. And the case provides a hefty 41 hours of total playback, which is impressive, though if you're like me and use active noise cancellation constantly, that time drops to around 6 or 7 hours, which isn't quite best in class, but still very usable, earning them an 8.2 out of 10. Moving on, the OnePlus Buds 4 are a bit of a mixed bag. While they can technically hit 11 hours, hit 11 hours of playback. That's only if you turn off noise canceling, and with it on, I found they barely scrape by with 6 hours, which is a significant drop and less than the Earfun, giving them a 7.5 out of 10. The Nothing Ear A delivered a respectable 8 hours and 49 minutes on a single charge during my usage, which is slightly better than the Earfun, but the total time with the case, while good, doesn't quite reach the same heights, and the battery warning is so quiet I almost missed it, so I'm giving them an 8.5 out of 10. I was honestly surprised by the Anker Soundcore Space A40, as they gave me just under 8 hours of continuous playback with noise cancellation active, which is a very strong performance, and the case holds another 4 full charges. However, using the high-resolution LDAC codec does drain them faster, so they get a 9.1 out of 10. Finally, the Sony WF-C510 are an absolute marathon runner, lasting an incredible 10 hours and 29 minutes straight in my test without needing a charge, which blows the others out of the water for single-use duration, although the case itself only holds 1 extra charge. limiting the total portable time compared to others. But for pure earbud stamina, these are the clear leaders, scoring a 9.6 out of 10. For pure, uninterrupted listening, the Sony WF-C510 takes the crown with a score of 9.6, simply because no other earbud came close to its massive single-charge battery life. Next, we're going to compare them on the connectivity and features category, which has a multiplier of 2. The Earfun Air Pro 4 comes loaded with the latest Bluetooth 5.4 and an unmatched array of high-resolution codecs like aptX, lossless, and LDAC. But I did experience some frustrating connection dropouts when using them with my iPhone, which wasn't an issue on Android devices. I'm giving them an 8.8 out of 10. For the OnePlus Buds 4, you get modern Bluetooth 5.4 and multi-point connectivity, and if you have a OnePlus phone, you unlock exclusive features like Steady Connect for a stronger signal. However, without a compatible phone, you can't use the high-quality LHDC codec, which limits its potential for many users like myself. This earns them a 9.0 out of 10. The Nothing Ear A offers a solid feature set with Bluetooth 5.3, the high-resolution LDAC codec, and a low-latency mode that I found useful for videos, though I was disappointed by the occasional connection stutters I encountered while walking through busy downtown streets. For that, they get an 8.2 out of 10. Anker's Soundcore Space A40 might use the slightly older Bluetooth 5.2, but its connection was incredibly stable in my testing, and the inclusion of both the LDAC codec and seamless multi-point pairing makes it a very dependable and feature-rich choice that outperformed others in reliability. I'm scoring them a 9.5 out of 10. Finally, the Sony WF-C510 provides a very basic but reliable connection with Bluetooth 5.3 and multi-point support. However, it lacks any high-resolution audio codecs, and I noticed a significant audio delay when watching videos, making them a poor choice for anything other than just listening to music. These get a 7.0 out of 10. The Anker Soundcore Space A40 takes the win here with a score of 9.5 out of 10 because it delivers a rock-solid, reliable connection with high-quality LDAC support. Seamless multi-point pairing is exactly what you need for daily use. Finally, we're going to compare them on the value for money category, which has a multiplier of 3. The Earfun Air Pro 4 earbuds managed to pack an astonishing range of features like high-resolution LDAC audio support and decent noise cancellation for a very attractive price, though the call quality can sometimes suffer in noisy environments, and the case feels a bit bulky. After testing, I am giving them a solid 8.8 out of 10. Next up, the OnePlus Buds 4 deliver a rich, balanced sound and surprisingly powerful active noise cancellation that rivals more expensive options, but I noticed the audio quality can feel a little less impactful when you push the volume to its maximum. For their overall package, they earn an 8.2 out of 10. The Nothing Ear A truly impresses by offering a fantastic combination of stylish design, high-res certified audio with both LDAC and LHDC codec support, and a highly customizable app, making them feel more premium than their price tag suggests. I'm confidently scoring these a 9.1 out of 10. Delivering balanced and detailed audio with one of the best active noise cancellation systems I have heard in this price range, the Anker Soundcore Space A40 stand out as a top contender, although their fit is not the most secure for intense workouts since they do not have stability fins. For offering such a complete package, I have to give them a 9.5 out of 10. Finally, the Sony WF-C510 have a delightfully compact design and fantastic continuous battery life, but the lack of active noise cancellation and a sound signature that can feel dull make it difficult to recommend on pure value when competitors offer so much more for a similar price. These get a 6.5 out of 10. With a score of 9.5, the Anker Soundcore Space A40 take the win here by delivering an unbeatable combination of high-quality noise cancellation, balanced sound, and premium features for a remarkably modest price. The results of our comparison show each product shines in its own way, but the Anker Soundcore Space A40 stands out with its score of 93.35. Having used these earbuds extensively, I can confidently say that they deliver an exceptional listening experience with their balanced and detailed sound signature. The active noise cancellation is top-notch for this price range, and the multi-point connectivity ensures seamless transition between devices, making these earbuds a reliable companion, whether I'm working or relaxing. For the other contenders, each has its own strengths worth mentioning. The Nothing Ear A, scoring 84.5, impressed me with its high-res audio support and sleek design, providing a premium feel at a reasonable price. The OnePlus Buds 4 came close with a score of 83.15, thanks to their rich sound and powerful noise cancellation, although their best features are locked behind specific codecs. The Earfun Air Pro 4, scoring 83.0, delivered a solid all-around performance, particularly in sound quality and design. Lastly, the Sony WF-C510 scored 81.15, shining in comfort and battery life, though their feature set is more basic compared to the competition. Each of these options provides great value, depending on what specific features you prioritize.